Welcome back to a new video. In this video, we are going to solve data analysis interview questions using Pandas library of Python. I'm going to be sharing the data creation codes with you, so you can either watch the video or try to solve the questions by yourself. Let's start coding. So I'm in VS Code right now. This is the code editor that I'm going to be using through this video, but you can use any code editor that you want. Let's start by closing this welcome page and creating an IPMB file, like let's say interview.ipmb, and in here what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a kernel, and at the first place what I want to do is I want to show you the Pandas version that I'm using, so you can install the same version with me and make sure about the codes are going to work on you. So we are going to have the same code setup, because sometimes with library updates the codes the codes working behind them can change. So it's safe to have the same library versions, and you can set it like pip install pandas 203, or for the Mac side pip3 install pandas 203 from terminal. Of course you need to enter them from terminal like this. And also I can show you pip show pandas, pip3 show pandas, and in here the Pandas version that I'm using is this. Okay, so great. After this, we can create our data set. I asked ChatGPT to create a sample data frame for me, like totally a random thing, and it gave me this dictionary. And in here we have employee ID, name, department, age, salary, years at company, and performance rating. And we can create a data frame from this, like I'm going to code data frame, and it's going to be Pandas data frame, and we will get the data like this, and I will call the data frame, and here is our data frame. Great, it's looking right. So let's start with our questions. So since I got feedbacks about it's going to be better to add questions as a written way, I'm going to make copy paste on the questions, like I'm going to paste them in here. How would you calculate the average salary for each department in data frame? So for that, we will say average salary, and it's going to be equal to the data frame group by. We are going to group by department. We will firstly pass the thing that we are going to group by, then the thing that we are going to take values of. So we will take the values of salary and we will use mean. And when we print average salary, we will get finance, HR, and IT. Also, this returns a Pandas series, which means that you can manipulate it in the way that you want. Like you can say sort values, ascending, false, anything like that. So here we can see that we can make this true, or we can do like plot, kind, pi, any type of plotting operation. We are free on that. Okay, so this is our answer. Question number 2. I'm going to paste it in here. How can you add a new column bonus to the data frame where the bonus is 10% of the salary if the performance rating is above 4 and 5% otherwise? So we will say data frame bonus, and it's going to be equal to the data frame apply. We will say lambda row salary multiplied by 0.1 if row performance rating is greater than 4, else row salary, like this, capital letter, multiplied by 0.05. So it raised an error. Let's see the error. Performance rating is not found. So what's the exact column name? Let me quickly check. It's performance rating like that. So I'm going to paste it in here, and I think it's because the axis, we can set axis like 1, and now it's going to work out smoothly. Yeah, we need to look for the columns. And now I can call data frame, and here we have the bonuses. So we set the bonus 10% if the performance rating is above 4, and otherwise we saved as 5%. And here's the code. And step by step we say apply lambda row. The salary row is going to be multiplied by 10% if row performance rating is greater than 4.0, else it's going to be multiplied by 0.05, and we are going to use excess one for making this operation on columns. Great. Okay, next question. I'm going to take that. So here it is. How would you find the employee or employees with the highest performance rating and display their ratings? So let's do that. So for the highest rating side, we will say data frame performance rating dot maximum, and we are going to get something like this. And then we will say top performers is going to be data frame, and we will filter the data frame. Then we will say performance rating equals the highest rating, like this. And now we can check the top performance, and it's Charlie from finance salary, and we can see that the highest salary on that side. Okay, so that was our answer. Okay, next question. So I will call it here. Write the code to sort the data frame first by department in ascending order and then by years at company in descending order. So let's do that. Let's create something like sorted data, and it's going to be data frame sort values, and we are going to set by department and then years at company, and then we will say ascending equals to true and false. Next we will say sorted data. Okay, great. So we sort values by department and years at company, and in the same order we need to give the ascending parameter in here as true and false. Great. Next I'm going to copy that quickly and paste it in here. So if you want to find the total number of years of all employees have collectively worked at the company, how would you do that? So let's do that. We will say total years is going to be data frame years at company dot sum. It's an easy one. I'm going to print the total years, 25. Great, because it says collectively in here. Okay, next question. I'm going to be pasting it in here. How can you filter the data frame to include only employees in the IT department who have a performance rating greater than 4? So for doing that, we will use multi-filtering, like filtered data frame is going to be data frame. For the first filter, I'm going to open a parenthesis. Data frame, for them to not get mixed up, department is going to be IT, and data frame performance rating is going to be greater than 4, like this. And we can call the filtered data frame, and we have David in here. Great. So we need to use parentheses for each filter, and here is the and symbol, and we got our filtered data frame. Great. So let's continue with the 7th question. So it is demonstrate how to update the salary of employees in the human resources department by 5%. So for that we will say data frame location, and we will go to data frame department, and we are going to find the ones in human resources, then salary, and we are going to multiply it and set it like 1.05, and I will call the data frame. Here it is. So let me quickly check an older version, like salary in IT human resources 7,000, 68,000, and in here it's human resources 7140 and 73,500. Great. Okay, let's continue. So I'm going to create a markdown, and I'm going to paste my question. Here it is. How can you add a new column age group to categorize the employees into young, mid-age, and senior based on their age? And for the young side, we are going to take the ones who is less than 30. For the mid-age size, we are going to take 30, 40, and for the senior size, we are going to take the ones who is greater than 40. So I will say define categorize age, and we will say if age is less than 30, we will say young, and 30 age 40, we will return mid age, else return senior. And let's use a capital letter, uppercase letter like this. And now I will say data frame age group, and we will use some sort of apply in here. We will say age.apply, and we will say categorize age, and we can call data frame. Here our age group is in here, and we can check if it's accurate, like 29 young, 35 mid-age, 42 senior, 28 young, 30 mid-age. So it's worked smoothly. Great. Let's continue. So here's a markdown. I'm going to copy that, paste it in here. How would you calculate the median salary for the company, and what is the difference between the highest salary and this median? So we can set median, like median salary is going to be data frame salary and median, like this, actually like this. And for the maximum side, we can do highest salary, and it's going to be data frame salary dot maximum, and then we will say difference is going to be highest salary minus median salary, like this. And now we can check the difference in here, and this is the difference. Okay, our next question, it is write a code snippet to find and display all the employees whose name starts with the letter A or D. So for that we will say filter data frame, and it's going to be data frame name, and we will use that string after that, and then we are going to use start with function, and we are going to pass A and D like this. So after that I'm going to make it run, and I will call filter data frame, and we have Alice and David. Great. So next question, how would you compute the average performance rating for employees who have been at the company for more than 5 years? So for doing that, we are going to say average rating, let's say something like filter it, and it's going to be data frame years at company is going to be greater than 5. Then we are going to take the value of performance rating, and we will say dot mean, and I will call average rating filtered, it's 4.25. Okay, our last question for this question set. How can you create a pivot table to display the average salary by department and age group? So let's say like pivot table, and it's going to be Pandas pivot table. Firstly, we are going to pass the data frame, then let's give values are going to be salary, index is going to be department, and columns are going to be age group, and aggregation function is going to be mean. So here is the code, and I will call the pivot table. Okay, beautiful. So let's talk about it. We say pivot table, we give values salary with the aggregation function of mean, and then we index it by department, and columns are the age group. So these are coming NA because there is no senior workers in our data set in human resources department, so that's normal, and this is our result. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this video on data analysis interviews. I'm sharing new data science videos every week. You can subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I have a playlist of interview questions where I have more than 10 interview sets. You can check that playlist from the cards of this video. Have a great day.